Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Actually Authentic podcast.
With Candace and Wanda.
Hey, y'all.
We missed y'all.
We missed y'all. Like, y'all have to charge it to our schedules and not our heart because we have been busy.
We really have been.
Yeah.
The last few weeks, actually over a month, it's just been crazy.
It has.
Yeah.
So, let's recap a little bit. We definitely missed y'all. So, we are very happy to be here with this newest episode. But over the last couple of weeks, I guess for me, I have been very busy with real estate and traveling and just, trying to enjoy life a little bit. And the schedule just been scheduling.
Yeah,
okay.
For me too. It's been a lot of stuff with work. We had Little Black Dress event.
Yes, which was awesome.
Right. So that traveling, just meeting with people, clients. It's just been really busy. A lot of events because it's the summer. But I'm so excited to be back.
I know.
I'm ready to talk. I'm ready to get into this subject that we've been waiting to talk about.
And it's something that we all can relate to. I know when Awanda and I decided to have this conversation, I said, "Oh yeah, I got some stuff to say." But basically, what we are going to talk about today, the topic of today's episode is basically like keeping things from like the past, right? Like keepsakes, photos, just anything that you kind of keep from the past. Like past relationships, right. Specifically speaking.
It could be cards. What else? Gifts. You said photos. Anything. And what that actually means to some people, if it means anything. How your current spouse or partner might feel about it. Like that's what we're gonna really dig into today and kind of give our opinions on the subject.
Right. So what also had prompted this was, we always be on social media scrolling and stuff. And I ran across a post where it was actually divorce court, I think. But she had so the woman was upset with her husband because I don't even know if they was married, honestly, but either way, her significant other, because he was holding on to a picture of a child who he had gotten close to from a past relationship.
Right.
So he wasn't with the mother anymore. Nothing about that was an issue. She got upset because the picture of this child was in the home.
Right. And she said she didn't know that he had the picture. He still had the picture. He had the picture in their home. I kind of thought it was a little ridiculous.
I did. I definitely thought it was ridiculous. To me, it kind of screamed like insecure. It screamed that, it screamed insecure because she did have a child by him at that point. She had her own child. So I think it was more like an extreme case of jealousy and also insecurity. Mm-hmm. I literally have a box of pictures to this day. And I've had a lot of these pictures, y'all, for over 20 years because I have like baby pictures from my daughter. Like I literally still have pictures of her dad from 25 years ago. It's just, it doesn't mean to me, like I'm not holding on to the love and all that. It's just a picture, it's right. Like, and then as soon as something happened to somebody, people feel bad that they don't have that memory anymore or something. So it's like, it's not that deep to me.
I'll chime in on this, honestly, because it just came up, in my life really recently, like maybe over the last couple weeks. Mm-hmm. One of my sons was visiting me and we were talking about when me and his dad got married. And he, of course, he wasn't born. This is one of my twins. He wasn't born then. So he was like asking me questions. We were talking about weddings and we're just talking. So he was like, Mom, like I never seen the pictures. And I'm like, yeah, because I threw them away. I threw the whole book away. But, of course, that was over like 10 years ago. And, it was a volatile time. I was like angry at that time. Mm-hmm. Thank God, of course, my mom still has pictures of it. Other people still have pictures of it. But like the actual photo book, like the actual professional pictures, I don't have them anymore.
So do you feel?
I do feel bad now because, my sons, those two, like Amir was in our wedding. Mm-hmm. He was already born. But those two, like they'll get to see the pictures because, like I said, other people have them, but they won't get to see that. So in hindsight, yes, I feel like a little regret.
Because in that moment, you were just like, whatever your feelings was in that moment was like, I ain't even thinking about the future. And
I didn't even want to see it. Right. I didn't even want to see it. And I'm really that type of person, to be honest with you, just regarding this whole subject. I'm a minimalist. I don't like a lot of stuff in my house. Mm-hmm. And for me, if it's not serving a purpose at that time, I will chuck it. That's just me. But something like that, now in hindsight, I feel like I wish that I didn't. So I won't say that I don't still have some pictures of me in there, but it's like very few. And most of them, again, are at my mom's. And even other relationships that I've had, I don't usually like hold on to stuff. I'm just not like and it's not even about a
like holding on to a memory, like holding on to a relationship.
Right. It's not about like holding on to a relationship. I'm not. I don't like a lot of things. I am. Yeah, I don't like stuff.
So, and I kind of don't, but then I feel like I do, because what also prompted me to like reach out to Awanda and be like, we gotta talk about this, because I have been kind of purging lately.
But doesn't it feel good to purge?
It does, but I'm just one of those, like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of people. So it's like, if it's good and it's operating, then why get rid of it? But it wasn't until the other day when I was like, just doing some things around the house, and I'm like, I want some new dishes, something so simple as dishes.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I placed the order and ordered me some new dishes that I realized that the plates that were in my cabinet I've had for 20 years.
See,
like 20 whole years. I was like, they nice plates, and they was fairly expensive when we got them, but that literally was from, my kids weren't even born yet. So I was like, regardless if they're still in good shape and it's nothing wrong with them, maybe somebody else can utilize them now, and I can gift them, or just give them, like take them to a Goodwill or something like that. I'm like, but I don't want them anymore. Like, I want to just have something new, you know. I'm like,
even when I moved, like this last time when I moved, I literally got rid of like all my towels, all my sheets, even my bed. Like, I got a new bed.
Mm-hmm.
I am somebody that feels like certain things carry energy with them, right? And sometimes I don't want that energy in a new space. So I will get rid of something in a minute, but it doesn't always mean that it's connected to a feeling of like, oh, I'm not over this. It's not. It's just I be wanting new. I just be wanting the new. Like, it just feels good to me to just get rid of stuff. That's not like serving me in that space. But I have seen people that feel some type of way about people holding on to things, and I do think that there are certain things that you may hold on to that is a little sticky. Like, I kind of ran across a box when I was going through some stuff recently that had like cards, like, Valentine card and birthday cards. And those things are really, I feel like those things are really sentimental, because the person is obviously writing like you a special message in there. So once you're into like a marriage or a new relationship, I don't know how that necessarily transfers.
No, I agree. I would agree with that. Like, I don't think there's any reason to hold on to a birthday card or a Valentine's Day card from a past relationship. Like, for what? Like, that's So I'm with you on that. But let me see, because I wanted to.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about, like, I guess, chime in the comments on if you hold on to photos from past relationships. How would you feel if your spouse, if you came across something and your spouse still had like photos of them and their ex? Would you feel anything? Would you feel
betrayed because you didn't tell me? Like, should people be upfront about it? Because I know, like, before people just end up living together, right? So I have my place, and then husband moved in with me, and your stuff is there though. Right. So it's like, I'm not going through all my stuff to be like, well, I got these pictures still. Oh, I got this shirt from when you don't think to do it. So it's like, does a person get any kind of grace for not just like coming to you beforehand?
But how do you even have that conversation? How do you even have that conversation? Because I feel like unless it comes up, that's not just something that you just be like, So do you still have any of your ex's stuff? Like that's
I mean, I feel like that's actually a conversation though. Like when we've had an episode before where we was talking about those conversations you have. I don't think it needs to be so super intentional to be like, tell me all the stuff that you have, but like, you know,
just conversation on how that person feels about it.
Yeah, like even a bag, for example, because I know I had a conversation before many years ago just with like friends, and it was like, so if somebody that you was with bought you like an expensive handbag as a gift, or like gifts that you had from previous relationships, are you wrong for keeping it? And I had some people that was like feeling like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, right. Like
I don't think you're wrong for keeping. It's just a personal. I think it's a personal choice. I don't think you're wrong for keeping it. And to be honest, who's gonna know who gave you that Louis bag or whatever? Like unless you tell them,
right?
Who's gonna know? It's up to you how you. I think how you feel about it. I've had jewelry and bags that my exes have given me that I still have and wear to this day. But
gift. You own it.
Like, but it's to me is what it symbolizes to you, right? Because if it's something, there's certain things like jewelry wise that I've gotten rid of because I know what it symbolized at that time, and I'm not going to just keep wearing it, you know what I mean, and be in a new relationship and I know what that thing like kind of symbolized. No, right? No, like I remember I had this Tiffany bracelet that my ex had bought me, and it had like it was inscribed with like something personal. I'm not gonna continue to be in another relationship and wear that, even though it's something that's, you know, significant. It's something that costs money. You know, I'm not gonna do that. I think it's kind of disrespectful to your new relationship. But if it's just something generic,
and see, I think that you and I are on the same page for the most part with this. But I do believe that there are people who hold on to stuff because they are still emotionally attached to that person, and that's why they can't get rid of it. And it's like, I know, like, I don't know, I would just kind of encourage people, like, if that's the thing, like, be true, be real with yourself. Because if you still emotionally tied with somebody, but then you're with someone else and moving on,
that's so unfair.
Then it's like, you know, be real about it. Because listen, you can hold on to that necklace all day long. It's not going to make that person be in your life, you know, anymore. So I mean,
do what you need to do to be able to move on. Like sometimes, and that's a whole nother episode, but sometimes, you know, we hold ourselves back because we're holding on to these images and these things that are not actually allowing you to move forward. So what about on social media? Do you think that do you think you should take the pictures down?
So I actually do. I mean, I did, right? So like when I was in my late 20s, this is an example because I did that because I was in my late 20s, I was dating this guy, and it was like one picture, I think, on my Facebook page of me and him, and he got married. And I remember when he got married, because we still friends on social media, I took it down. And I literally sent him a message. I was like, hey, congratulations, blah, blah, blah. I said, just want to let you know, delete the picture just out of respect. You know, life goes on. Like, there's no need for that picture of he and I to be up there anymore. You know, like, and other than that, I mean, I don't really have a whole lot of different relationship type stuff up there. But my husband is the opposite. You go on Sam's page, if you go down to the history, like before me, all his stuff is still there from like I mean, that's a long way to scroll when you got thousands of posts, but I'm just saying he still has, like, he didn't go and delete all his stuff, which I don't care. But I
didn't. So now that I think about it, now that this has come up, I did not like scrub my social media from my last relationship, but I'm also not married. Right. So,
but you also don't do a whole lot of posting.
I don't. Even when I'm personal stuff, I don't do that. I have a few on there. I think that if I got into something super serious to where it was leading to marriage, I probably would. Just because I think it's respectful, and I'm heavy on respect. I wouldn't just have my social media out there with that type of stuff. But this came up maybe like 6 months ago when I was out to dinner with like a group of friends and someone that I was dating. This conversation came up, and I do think that men overall view it differently than we do. I think that they think if they're not with the person, like, it's no big deal. Like, why why get rid of the pictures, or why even go through all that? Like, it doesn't mean anything. Versus women, majority of women, I think that they view it as it means something, or why do you still have that picture up, or I don't think that the majority of men even think about it that way, because we definitely had like a conversation about this. So we were talking about the wedding pictures, right? And I think all four of us at the table had been previously married.
Okay.
But the women, we didn't have any of the pictures anymore. And the men were just like, yeah, like we still got, but why? Like, why y'all don't got them? And I'm like, to me, it was over. Like, when it's over, it's over. Like, I'm not trying to be having my wedding book.
And I feel like it could be something too, that if the kids want it, because they feel like it's something that they care about, then here, y'all have it, know. And I think that when you do have children involved, maybe that's something to be mindful of. Like, do y'all care? Do y'all want, these? And it's
it is. I again, now that I'm in a different space, I mean, that was a long time ago when I got a divorce, like over 15 years ago. Now that I'm in a different space mentally and all those things, I do realize like that is a part of your legacy. It is. Regardless if you stay married or not. If you have kids together, you're going to have grandkids eventually. It would be great for them to see, oh, even if my mom and papa are not together, this is when they got married. You know what I mean? Like, it's a part of your history.
Yeah.
So don't destroy your history.
Don't destroy your history. Now, if you gotta, maybe pass it on to, a responsible child or family member, whomever, then do that. If it's even that serious, if you care about it being in the house. But I'm the same way. Like, I had a moment myself, like you did, where it was just like, yeah, I'm throwing it, and it was literally with Sam.
Yeah.
Like,
when you're mad,
I think we had kind of like had a little breakup or something, and I was so pissed off. Like, I literally like broke and trashed these canvases that we had, and they were so nice. Like, they really added to the house, right? So,
I spare another war, you guys.
Well, he ended up replacing the one because it was really a nice picture. But I was like, look, I didn't destroyed this picture and all that stuff, and they don't look married. Like,
so it happens. I just recently did it. I had a whole bunch of pictures from when I went to Jamaica last year, and I was like, delete, delete. And then I was like, then later I was like, oh,
I think it feels better when you ain't do it mad or you ain't petty. You just literally sat there and just did like a sentimental audit of the things that you have, and it's just like, is this important? Is it not? And just really being honest with yourself, like, why am I holding on to this? And it's like, if the reason is valid, then it just is, and you hold on to it.
So how do you think? So say you have something, like say your spouse, say your husband, you come across something that he has that is like of sentimental value that somebody else gave to him. How do you think that it would make you feel? Or you think it depends on what it is?
I think it depends on how I came across it. Like, if it's something that he riding around in the car with it, like, tucked in the thing, it's like, what the horn? Like, why are you riding around with this picture from 1990? Like, then that would be different. But if it's just something that just happened to be there, like, stuff like that happens. Because I know, speaking for us personally, we got stuff in that basement that I can't even tell you.
Right.
Like, it's stuff when we moved into this house together. We moved from one house, mine, with his place, and we merged our lives at that point. So we definitely still got some old stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if I found something. But I mean, I don't, me, I don't really necessarily care about stuff like that. And I'm not insecure. Now, if we found something, I would feel the same way. He would have the right to feel the same way with me. If you find something and that person is like, I'm keeping this, and it's just, if it's something that you just shouldn't have, and it's like, why do you even want it? Like a love letter, for example. It's like, what do you even care about this for? And you adamant, like, no, I'm holding on to this. This was special. It's just like, please, sir, explain to me why this is so special. Like, I just need to know.
Oh my goodness.
But I think it would have to be something like that, something extremely sentimental, Now, if I found like pictures or something from, back in the day, we don't know what's in this house. He might look. We don't know what's in this house. Like 10 years together, living together this long.
I wonder how I would feel. I don't even know.
I think you don't know until you run into it.
And I'm not a person that like goes through people's stuff. Like sometimes I wonder like how you coming across this stuff. unless you're going through their stuff,
or unless you're like literally doing like some massive clean or something in the house. I could see that happening, but
I can't see, like, I guess there are some instances where I would be cleaning that person's stuff, but papers and stuff like that, they should be going through their own.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just not doing it because I don't feel like it. But I don't know. I still think, in my opinion, people can have whatever boundaries they want to have. You know, I'm not here to judge that, but I think that when people get extremely upset about things, it's more so based on insecurity, maybe a little jealousy, maybe a little even territorial, you know.
But I am super territorial, Ken. I will be honest, 100% honest, you guys. I'm very territorial. But I've also grown to learn myself enough to not set myself up for failure. Because I know I am. So, like, I'm not about to go digging for something. Right. Yeah, no. Like, if it comes to me, that's different. But I'm not about to go, like, looking through your stuff to, like, uncover something. And if I felt something, if you feel something, I think you should just ask. Right? That's what I think you should ask. And with technology now, like, so we're talking about, like, physical things. But I also think with technology now, there's so many things, like, in our phones and in our computers that saves, and that, like Google Photos betrays me all the time when I tell you.
No, Google Photos be having stuff. I'm like, I didn't even know this was still exists.
Like the memories, like they always want to send you these memories, and they're not always memories that you want to see in that moment, you know? So even with that type of stuff, like something might pop up on that person's phone, but it's not necessarily that they're holding on to it or they're like looking for that to happen, but it could be there.
Yeah, I mean, and it happens. Like, I know for me, that was kind of like my method of cleaning up my social media after a while, like, especially on Facebook. You know how, like, that day's memories will come up from, like, the years in the past.
Can you delete? You can delete
Oh,
that?
Yeah. Oh. You could delete them from there. So that's what I would do a lot of times. Like, if something came up, and, like, we had this conversation before about social media, just even, like, my kids and stuff. I'm like, you know, they're older now, and certain things, it's like, I'm not deliberately going back to say, let me go through and delete. But it's like, if something come up and I'll be like,
they would
not one day. Right. Yeah. I mean, they don't really care too much, but still, if I think that they're going to be embarrassed, it's like, I'll just take it down. It's not that deep, but I might screenshot it so I could still have it for my own memories, but I will delete it from social, just because they're grown now. Like, you know, and that's the thing about this new era. Is like a lot of their keepsakes are digital. We're like in our era, we had actual photos, and it wasn't just it was literally like a keepsake because only you and whoever you about to sit there and show it to had access to it. But now in the digital era,
I think that the way to just even address this or get ahead of it is to just have open conversation. And I don't think that there's a right or wrong answer here.
I think it depends on who you're with.
I think it depends on the person. Even if the person does say they feel like, you know, you should get rid of these things. Because I've heard people say like they burn things from past relationships, right? And not that is like burning it is like this whole like angry destroying thing, but I have heard people like it's symbolic to them to just say, okay, like this is done, right? And I'm gonna be done with all the things that are associated to this. Again, me personally, I don't think that there's a right or wrong answer. I think that you should do whatever works for you or whatever makes you feel whole or whatever's working for your relationship. But it's definitely a conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that maybe we don't even think about. That should be a conversation, and it probably would avoid a lot of these type of situations or these hang-ups or these run-ins, or even to make, you know, coming into a situation where you are feeling a way towards your partner, like, oh, why are you holding on to that, which you still feel. But if you kind of just had that conversation up front and they told you their stance on it as a whole, then you wouldn't have to be attributing whatever's going on to that one situation, because you would already know, like, well, he doesn't really hold any attachments to these things, like things like that overall. So if something comes up, if we find a card or a picture or something, it's just that.
I think also, like, if it really, like, if I just literally attribute it to security. You know, like most of the times when people feel some kind of way, it's because like you said, there wasn't a conversation about it. And if there's already some kind of issue with trust or just security in general, then it'll make you think like, why is he holding on to this, or why is she holding on to this? So to Awanda's point, have the conversations. Like, if you didn't think that it mattered, it probably does, and you don't know because it depends on who you're with. Some people are okay running into it and then dealing with it as they run into it. Some people need to like understand, like, what do you feel about this and why? What is the reason why you're keeping it? And they may need an actual valid answer to that, and not just cause.
Right. Right. I mean, I wouldn't want my man like fawning over old pictures of like even if it's on his phone, even if it's Google Memories, and it pops up and he's like, oh yeah, I remember that. Like, I wouldn't like that. Me personally, I wouldn't. Because
you mean just him reminiscing, or just having the ability or the resources, I guess, to reminisce about something that he should just not? Is that the thing? You don't want him reminiscing about the past?
Yeah, like why? Why? I mean, I guess we all probably do it, but
and then I guess that's the thing. It's like those pictures, those letters, those videos, those emails, those whatever is like a constant reminder of somebody else.
Right. So are you moving? Have you moved on or no? Right? Yeah. Like, why would you want a constant, for me, I don't want a constant reminder of my past.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, I agree. I mean, it depends. I mean, I don't want a constant reminder of no negative stuff, that's for sure. So, I mean, I do feel like some people are just genuinely friends. Like, like me and my daughter's dad, we're friends. And I do still have pictures of them. And the pictures that I have, like if I'm looking through my box or something, it's not like, oh, the good old days. Oh, I remember when. It's just a memory.
And so for me, the kids thing, and I only have my kids is with one person, so it's him. For me, that's a little bit different because again, like, we have this bond together that will never be broken. Like, we can never technically separate that, right? That's that. But people outside of that, and not to say that it wasn't a good memory, right? But people outside of that, I don't need that renting space in my brain. Like, it's not that it could have been a great time. Like, we could have went on a trip and had a wonderful time, but I'm in a different space right now, right? I'm with somebody else. I don't want that constant like tab open up in my mind, right? And
it's like you just like starting afresh, moving forward with with your life.
Like, this is what it is now, right? Yeah, this is what it is. I don't need to keep going on memory lane.
Yeah,
I'm cool.
Well, listen, y'all, we really want to hear from you. Share your opinion on this topic. Maybe if you have like something that you experienced, that you went through, that you can share, because I mean, this is real. This is real life. This is a part of, being in a relationship. This is a part of moving forward and doing it tactfully, so share your opinions.
I would love to hear what you guys have to say.
Yeah, we definitely missed y'all, and we missed each other because we could sit here and talk about this all day. But yeah, share your thoughts and your opinions and your feelings. And also, we are back.
Yes,
we ain't going nowhere. We just been busy. But please remember to just like and share and invite your friends and your family, whomever, to the channel so that they can, chime in on some of these conversations. Because
so I will say that since we've had a break and we've been traveling, I have gotten an opportunity, and because we had Little Black Dress Event, I have had an opportunity to kind of like catch up with a lot of people and have one-on-one conversation with people, and they've given a lot of feedback on our past podcast episodes. So I would love if we have time this week, which, you guys, this is no exaggeration. Like, we are always trying to catch up to go live and do stuff, and it just, time gets away. But me personally, Wanda, am scaling back with a lot of things so that I'm not so busy, because I don't want to be so busy anymore. In this season of my life, I don't want to be so busy anymore.
So we are committing to going live so that we can talk about some of the feedback we received.
Yes, some of the feedback. So give us feedback on this episode as well so that we can go live and kind of talk about it, engage with you guys like real time.
Because we're going to invite some of y'all onto the live if you're there and you want to talk.
And I didn't get to tell you this because we haven't talked, but a lot of people have reached out like they want to be guests on our show. Well. So we've only had 2 episodes where we've had guests, and I think that those episodes were great. Like, I love having the guests just try. Like, our 2 guests were
they were awesome.
They were awesome.
So we got some guests coming up as well.
So we have some guests coming up as well.
So that is it for now, you guys. We can sit here and talk to y'all till tomorrow because we missed y'all. We missed each other. But we certainly want you to make sure that you like, subscribe. Please share this podcast with your family and friends.
Yes.
Or whomever you think would benefit from just hearing this actually authentic information we be sharing. And yeah, that's all for now.
Yes.
So thank y'all for tuning in.
See you next time.
See you next time.